All right, we're getting right into this. This is episode 102. We're going to be talking about automatic writing.
Sweet.
All right, let's roll right into it.
Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're keeping well, and today we're going to be talking about channeling. I actually found a really cool beginner-friendly channeling method that I'm going to be talking about in this video. And actually this is something I tried myself one day ago, and it gave me incredibly cool results, and I thought this would be cool to share that on my channel since...
All right, she's going to share with us. Let's intro. All right, let's get into it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for sharing.
environment nice and cozy, since it helps me to lift my spirit. And the reason why I keep reminding you of that is because it is really important to make sure that your energy is on the highest vibration, that your environment is nice, maybe some candles are lit, because there are great and not so great spirits out there, and you want to align yourself with the good ones, the ones that only have the best of the best intentions for you. So you know, it's kind of like just important part of the process. So automatic writing is a form of channeling, which basically means that you allow a spirit to use your body as a vessel to deliver a message. And that sounds pretty scary.
I just have to say this real quick. This whole, I don't get super down with this whole, like, it may be real, but when it's just like you're allowing something, a ghost or something, to take your vessel, I'm far more pragmatic and logical. I guess I choose not to look at that way. But
Right.
if that's actually what's happening, I don't know. It's kind of creepier if you think of it that way.
I'm with you on that too. I tend to think there are a million explanations that make more sense than that. It's like
Yeah.
going from 0 to 60 with that. But look, if no offense, if people want to frame that way, if that helps them
Yeah.
do this, go for it.
Yeah. A lot of people do that.
It's not my technique.
I totally agree with you. They're just like, oh,
Yeah.
spirit's with me. And I'm like, I get it. But I guess,
Right.
I don't know. I look at things more, pragmatic's probably the best way to describe it. All right, let's get into it. But to each their own.
But it's
Indeed.
not really. Sometimes we even channel information without even knowing it.
All right. If you sense any bad or uncomfortable energies, consider stopping the process. Okay.
Okay. Can appreciate that.
So let's get into the steps. Have your notepad and pen with you. There are a couple of ways how you can do this, but for now I will show you what I did. So first thing you want to do is you want to write down a question and say it out loud at first. You don't have to say it out loud all the time, but I think it's good to start with. It's not mandatory. You don't have to say it out loud. It's really a preference. The second thing you want to do is you want to start writing down what you hear and what you think. So you need...
Okay. So what you hear and what you think. I think it's really cool what she says about getting comfy. Even when I produce this show and I'm working on another project, I guess a documentary, I have a young son too. And I immediately, as soon as I start waking up, I feel this tightness on my chest. And
Okay.
I'm like, oh shit, there it is. So like, I keep telling myself I need to like get comfy like that. But I do get a little guilty, and I do realize that I need to, create this space for myself for 10, 15 minutes, maybe with some transcendental meditation, which we covered the other week. How about you? Do you feel like you just like rush into the day and you're tight, or do you kind of get loose?
Yeah, so that is a great question. So what ends up happening to me is when I feel like I'm bolting out of bed and it's like bed, get dressed, coffee, breakfast, out the door to work, whatever, come back. I just feel like I'm rushing to catch up with everything all the time. But if I plan my day out just a little better and take that, like you mentioned, 15 minutes of meditation in the morning, if I can pull that off, and then even if I'm rushing around after that, for whatever reason, I find it so much more relaxing. I can handle it much more easily than if I'm just racing out the door. I feel like, I had coffee before having it, if that makes sense. It's more anxious.
So maybe I'll share something with you. Maybe you can help me with this.
Yeah.
I used to be in the habit of setting my clothes aside, my outfit, at night before I woke up in the morning.
Yes.
And I've stopped doing that. And I think it's something that I need to do, because at least that way you go in the shower and boom, you're dressed. And
You're
I get
right.
stuck trying to find what I need, you know?
Yeah, you know what? That alone has saved me an enormous amount of time. Like I'll set my outfit aside the night before,
Mhm.
and I find that's a great idea, and I've kind of gotten out of that habit too. I should
Yeah.
get back into it because
It,
it really does help.
yeah.
Like,
And, you know, and not to digress too much, but I think clothes are
sure.
powerful. So if you're deciding
Yeah,
what you're going to embody, like you're like, oh, I'm blue shirt tomorrow. I'm red button up shirt.
you're right.
Fancy pants
Mhm.
tomorrow. Like you're
Yeah,
jumping into that character, which is what you're performing. That's your performance outfit for the day, right?
yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's so true. I am digressing a little bit. You're right. It's like I'm getting into a character. Okay, I'm gonna be that guy in let's say the beige slacks and the nice, or the green, or I'm gonna go
Mm,
blue. I tend to have color themes
sure.
as well. And yeah, you're like jumping into a character of sorts. This is my performance for the day. So
Yeah.
yeah, getting comfortable, and I guess staying in the moment helps
Yeah.
versus racing around and trying to decide at the last minute what I'm gonna wear.
Yeah, because when
Not
she
so much
said,
fun.
get comfy, get cozy, I aspire to
Yeah.
that because I do feel this guilt now of, I should be doing something else. It's like
That's interesting.
constantly,
Yeah. So you get the guilt.
yeah, like I should be with my son, I should be doing a load of
Yeah.
laundry, I should be double checking my bills, I should be looking at. It's like I
Yeah.
feel kind of
Yeah.
lost sometimes, and then I have so many projects going on. So maybe some
I
transcendental
can relate to that.
meditation
Yeah.
and a little bit
Hmm.
of automatic writing here. So let's get
Yeah.
back into what she's saying. I dig this write down what you hear and think. Well,
I like
the
this.
hear part is interesting because the thinking is always there for me.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To write a
Yeah.
question, or you need to have a question in your mind. So I personally wrote down the question, and then immediately the thoughts that I was having or something that I heard, I was just writing it down. The process itself is actually rather scribbling than writing, but it's not that important. It just has to be readable, so don't focus on how it looks.
Right. Just get it out. It's not about how it looks. It's about
Mm.
just like, for instance, if I doodle long enough, I'll find something inside of that doodle and I can create something out of it. And I think
Oh,
that's
I
kind
see.
of what
Yeah.
you're going for. It's almost like your own like hieroglyphics or something, right? It is English,
Yeah.
but you're allowing yourself to be sloppy so you can, I don't know, it's more like abstract, I suppose.
Yeah.
how it looks like so much. Just follow your intuition and write down everything. Don't think twice if it makes sense or not, because those are the messages that want to come through at the time. You will keep doing this until you feel that you're confident that you've got your answers and you've connected. Now, if you can't connect and if something like nothing is coming out, then maybe you just need to work on that meditative state a bit more. So again, the whole point of this is just to stay in that vibration, to
Gotcha.
don't be distracted and don't think of what you're going to eat later on, or don't think of the questions too much. Also, it is very important that when I was writing, that I didn't stop to think if this sentence is right or is this sentence wrong. Whatever comes out, I was writing it down, and later on as I was reading the answers, it made perfect sense. So don't think if anything that makes sense, even if there are some encouraging words coming out, you just write it down and you see the whole message in the end, and it makes absolute sense. This method gave me really very accurate results. Like I asked a certain question that was in my mind, and I was given the exact months and the exact things I need to do in those months to get where I want to be. And that is crazy. Like, that's really crazy. I didn't expect that to happen in the first with the first try, but it can happen if you're really good with tapping into that energy, with aligning your frequency. That can easily happen. So
Yeah, I think well, let's give this girl a like. I don't even know how old that video is, but you get one. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Let's move on here a little bit and summarize and see what we can pull out of this. So all right, little music here. So from what I gathered out of this, it seems that if you're going to do something, do it right. It seems a little woo-woo, but I think what she said about being comfortable, finding your whatever 10-15 minutes of peace, and then do it from there. Don't half-ass it. Don't do it hungry, or, if you got some pressing issue on your mind, like do it right and allow yourself to, my camera's going crazy here. And
There you go.
allow yourself to be immersed in it and be sloppy.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think? What's your,
I mean, I agree. I like that. Again, like as we said before, not the most, maybe the spiritual element might be a little bit much, but to each his own, to each her own. I like that it seems like a very meditative act, and as you just said, if you're gonna do it, go all in. Don't try not to be distracted by, oh my goodness, I still have to eat. I'm hungry, whatever. Maybe like you said, eat beforehand. Yeah, I like that. Go all in, try it for 15 minutes, see what happens. I think it's a very useful meditation in a way. Really is how I'm looking at it.
yeah, I'll have to try it. I do it with drawing. I have this ability to just
nice.
doodle a bunch of shapes, and I don't know, within easily a minute, I can find an eye or a face, and then I can, within 5 minutes, develop a whole thing. They usually end up being like cities and faces and swirls, and it becomes something. And I do my best drawing when I start with a blank page. I love blank pieces of paper, and I love the first couple strokes. I don't know what I'm gonna make, but I find something. I think anyone.
That's really neat. Yeah,
I think
like that.
I could teach it to somebody. I think it's a very teachable thing. Actually, the next segment we're gonna get into is kind of what I use, and I didn't know. So we're gonna get right into that after this.
Cool.
And you got anything else you want to add?
No, sir. I think we covered it. I think this is great.
We're doing
automatic writing.
Nice, lean, mean episode. So thank you if anyone watched this. We're out here having fun. So thanks for having fun with us. And with that, we are out.